What's up, you guys? My name is Hutch, and I make videos and put them on the internet. Once again, full disclaimer time. This is a paid advertisement, just like the video I posted yesterday, but I hope you guys realize that I only post things on this channel that I like to post. I've been super excited about this game for a long time. Moving on, I want to show you guys some new things that I didn't get to show you in the last video. So I want to talk a little bit today about the leveling system in this game and how your character changes over time. One of the biggest things that you'll notice is that you can add mods to your guns to make them better, and the quality of the guns that you encounter improves substantially by the end of it. So during the early levels, when you're a level 4 or 5, like some of the gameplay that you saw yesterday, you're not really picking up the best guns. Your character isn't really fully stacked yet. There's all kinds of skills and abilities and things like this that unlock later on in the game that really make a huge difference. So even though the time to kill is pretty slow in this game, it takes a long time to kill some of these higher level AI opponents. You'll notice that the job gets a little bit easier as you progress, just because your character is getting naturally stronger, which is what you come to expect in an RPG type game, and it works really well in this game. I'm not allowed to show you guys everything about the menus and the guns and the skill trees and all those sorts of things just yet, but what I can tell you is that you are afforded 2 primary weapons and a secondary weapon, and each one of these weapons, as they get better in quality, so it'll graduate from like an uncommon to a rare to a legendary to, I think it goes all the way up to an epic. I'm not really sure what the verbiage is for the last tier of weapon, but if the uncommon weapons have like 1 passive, the rare ones will have 2, and then the legendary, it just gets better and better. So these weapons, by the time you get up to the legendary weapons, which if you see me walk by like a purple weapon on the ground, that's what that is, they really start to get beefy, and you notice that you're melting the enemies a lot quicker. It would help if I had better aim, which I don't because I'm a grandpa, but it did make my job a lot easier. Each character has special abilities too. There's 2 minor ones and then 1 big like uber special ability that you can use every once in a while. It charges at a slower rate. But how you customize these abilities changes over time too. So for example, if you're playing the medic, your ability is to heal yourself and anyone that's in your team, that's in your immediate vicinity. One of the things that you can add on to that ability later on is you can equip a gun to automatically revive someone just by shooting them instead of having to run up to them and revive them. So these skill trees and these abilities do change and evolve and get better over time also. So not only is your gear getting better, but your character's special abilities are improving too. And it improves in a measurable way. You can tell the difference in the heat of the battles, of like that it is making a bigger difference in the long run. Another cool way that your gear changes is that the access to the amount of nades that you can carry and the type of nades that you can carry gets a lot bigger, and the nades make a huge difference in these encounters, especially when you have like an encounter like this one. This one was tough, man. We died in the first try that we had doing it, and then we came back and tried it a different way and beat it then. But yeah, the nades do make a huge difference, and just the fact that you can carry more of them, and then on top of just having a frag grenade and a stun grenade, you now have incendiary nades, you now have smoke grenades, you now have EMP nades, and they are difference makers. And just speaking of gear in general, your character can equip like an insane amount of gear. It's like gloves, something to put on your face, a shirt, a jacket, pants, arm pads. I don't even remember what they specifically were, but there were like 9 different things. And these, keep in mind, these are all things that you can loot off the ground. They have a chance of being legendary, they have a chance of being epic, and it is insane the amount of customization that you can put in on your character. Between like all the combinations of all the different passives of all the different gear that you have, you really can build like specific builds to deal with specific encounters, which I thought was really cool. I guess now would be a good time to tell you guys that if you're interested in playing in the beta for this game, which is coming at the end of the month, you can pre-order it. There's a link for that in the description of this video. All right, so now I wanted to save the best part for last. There's a really cool feature in this game, unlike anything that I've seen in any other game, which is the Dark Zone. So what is the Dark Zone? This game is largely PvE and it's cooperative, so you're not really playing against other players all that much unless you go into an area called the Dark Zone. In this area, you might encounter some really special loot, but here's the catch. You can't just take this loot and bring it back with you. It needs to be decontaminated. And so what you got to do is, let's say you've been looting in the Dark Zone for like 30 minutes. You have 2 legendaries and an awesome helmet or something like that, and you want to get it back to your home base so that you can use these things. Well, you have to call in a helicopter. Then you have to place that item on the ladder of the helicopter, and then you have to defend yourself and make sure no one else comes in and shoots you while you're doing this and steals your loot. And I'm talking about other players. So other players will see a helicopter coming in and they'll think, holy crap, there's got to be a bunch of good loot over there. And then them and their team might mob over to try and attack you. Meanwhile, another team from the west is coming to attack you at the same time, and it becomes this heated battle. Protecting your loot is just as fun as stealing someone else's. This experience really is what made the game special for me. I think that people are going to really gravitate towards this feature of the game. It's a lot of fun. It creates for a lot of tension. There's a lot of pressure to get your good loot back home, and when you don't get it, it's just heartbreaking. And when you steal someone else's, it feels incredible, especially if you like to grief people like I do sometimes. I don't like to do it all the time, but this is like the perfect legitimate form of griefing in this game, and it works really well. All right, thanks for watching the video, guys. Check the link on the screen right now if you want to check out a trailer for the game. Big thanks to Ubisoft for having me out, getting to play the game early. It was super fun, and I'm really excited about this game. Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments, and have a good weekend. Bye-bye, guys.